How long is Anthem? A question that many have asked, but no one has answered. Obviously I haven't played the full game myself, but based off of the official responses and commentaries from other YouTubers, I think we can put together an educated guess. Just to clarify, I am by no means going to be stating any of this as fact. I could be completely off the mark for all I know, and if you think so, please let me know in the comments, and let's talk about it. I'd actually like to have a discussion. For starters, one of the sayings we continue to hear is it's complicated or it depends on your playstyle. That alongside their split demographics, one being the story lovers of BioShock and the other being the ludidicts from games like Diablo, we have an awkward middle ground. The main story cannot be too long without pissing off people who are just trying to reach the end game and don't really care about the story. And it can't be too short without pissing off the story lovers out there. So I'm thinking that the response, "it's complicated," actually works, and I'm going to explain what I think they mean. The game is divided into multiple parts: main story, side quests, contracts, strongholds, and free play. They keep telling us the length of Anthem will depend on your playstyle because it's true. I'm thinking that the main story is going to clock pretty close to 15 hours, maybe 20, maximum. However, after experiencing the VIP demo and seeing the quality put into the side quests, I think that's where the story lovers are going to get the lengthy story. They couldn't make it mandatory because too many people in their demographic want to rush the story, but they also needed to add enough to make everyone else happy, and I honestly believe that's where the side quests come into play. I'm going to assume we have 20 to 30 hours of side quests alongside the main story. Are you starting to see what I'm getting at here? If you rush, you could be done in under 20 hours, no problem. If you enjoy the full range of the story, you got a solid 40 to 50 hour experience. Both sides are happy, at least in their eyes. Things like world building and character development will most likely be part of the side quests of the world, where the major events are in the main storyline. But hold on, there's more. As I stated above, there's also contracts, strongholds, and free play, which is a blend of extra content that doesn't necessarily have a heavy narrative. These tasks do add to the playtime, and since this game is the loot game, I think it's fair to summarize that enough people will be doing these tasks even after the main story. If you're a story lover who has no interest in endgame due to it needing a narrative drive, your journey ends at the 40 to 50 hour mark. For those that continue, you could likely add another 10 hours or so from the side activities easily. Strongholds are about 30 to 45 minutes a pop. Lots of random contracts, the exploration of free play. Depending on what type of person you are, this will add to your overall time. Since all the tasks in the game reward loot, and no matter where you get it from, you progressively continue to get stronger, they're hoping that by the time you reach level 30 in endgame, you will want to try the Grandmaster difficulties. Depending on drop rates, the time here can get pretty intense. You might be done with the game before this point, but for those of you that are interested in going even further, the skies are literally the limit here. If you're trying to get all the cosmetics and all the best min-max gear with the best abilities for all of your javelins, you very well may invest an additional 100 hours or so, depending on how easily we can get the gear in the first place. Could even be more. So to conclude, if your focus is story, you will likely have 40 to 50 hours, and if your focus is endgame and the chase for the epic loot, your playtime might range anywhere from 20 to 100 plus hours. However, if you're just rushing to get the main story done, and you don't do any extras and quit at the end of your journey, you very well might get a 15-hour game. I think this is why they won't answer the question, how long is the main story? Because if they did tell us the length and explain what I just did, a lot of people will cancel the pre-order and say this game doesn't have enough content. I've seen it with Destiny, I've seen it with lots of games before. Personally, I'll probably be one of those 100 plus hour players simply due to the fact that I love loot games like Diablo. I love the chase for the best loot, and I love theory crafting builds to break games whenever possible. With all of that being said, this is the first of many videos you guys will get from me about Anthem. And since I am a premium member on PC, the content will be starting shortly after the 15th of February. We are getting it a little bit earlier. So, if you're interested in the definitive answer to this question, subscribe and keep an eye on the channel, for I will likely be playing the game constantly until completion. And when I do, I'll remake the video. If I was not correct, I'll let you guys know. And I mean, if I'm right, well, that gives me a little bit of bragging rights, and I'll probably just leave the video as is because, well, technically I'm not wrong. I'll see you guys on the battlefield.